You think you were a bad kid growing up? Let me tell you, you have no idea. Remember when you were a kid in elementary school and even middle school and you would do those school drives where you would sell candies or snacks or whatever the thing was? Sometimes it was magazine subscriptions. I just did it because my mom made me do it, you know? You gotta participate. You gotta participate. Well, there was this one time that we were doing a school drive and it was for gourmet snacks. I went around and I sold some. I didn't sell many. I obviously lost and failed that drive like I did many others. It came time for all of the packages to be delivered. I decided I'd go ahead and get a start on the unpackaging. Totally pure motives, of course. And so I unpackaged everything and I started pulling these things out and I saw this, I'm talking about, looks like an illustrious can. I mean, you know those cans that just look like you could take a bite out of them and the can would taste good? It was like one of those cans. I looked at the top of the picture and there were these like gourmet snack cookies with like icing around them. Like, I don't even know how to describe them. All I know is they were majestic. I'm talking about next level bougie snack cookie. And I kept looking at this can. I gotta know how that tastes. It needs a taste test. And they're not gonna notice. And I reasoned within myself, I can open the can without it being noticed and I'll just take one of the cookies. Big mistake. So that's what I did. Well, let me tell you why it was a mistake. Because that one cookie, it turned into 2. And then it turned into 3. Exactly. And I kept thinking, oh, just one more. They won't notice one more. And then I'd get down to 4 or 5 and I'd be like, well, I gotta take one more so that the stack's even. I gotta remove this whole stack so that there's not a gap there. You know what I mean? I was brilliant the way I thought this through. I got all the way down to where there was only a row left. There was the bottom stack. My mother examined the package and she noticed that this didn't look the same as all the other ones. The seal was broken and then she opened it and then it kind of hit me like very plainly how stupid it was. How I could have ever thought I'd get away with leaving nothing but one freaking stack of bougie snack cookies and I'm going to get out unscathed. We won't talk about what happened to me from there, but let's just say it probably wasn't enough because there were many other things that I did in my childhood. Basically, I probably should have gotten punished more. I mean, that was a doozy of an infraction. Anyway, if you didn't steal from your school drive, you're doing pretty good. In my book. Where are my bad kids at? Let's start a Rotten Kids Club, man. You know what? Better late than never. And we'll take over the... We won't... That's going too far. But seriously, I want to know if you got a story too. Leave it in the comments. Share a story. I know there's some rotten kids out there that can relate to this story. And believe me, I've got plenty more where this one came from. Chronicles of a Rotten Kid.